done. Where's those arrows at, Mark?
You tell me.
I don't know. Not over there. It says exit. There it is. Preferred.
Where are we walking?
Dude, where are these people? Like, they leaving already? Like, what the
Oh,
hell?
what's
It
going on?
is. It's 3. It makes sense.
Pull through all the way, or just right here?
You definitely left this early for them.
Hey guys, Theme Park Mark here. Just parked at the next to last park on this weekend excursion to the Southeast United States, and it is Six Flags Over Georgia in Atlanta. We're here a bit late. It's 3:30. Hit quite a bit of traffic on the way here from Charlotte, and I'm also blaming Rolo because he woke up pretty late. I was ready to go this morning. He wasn't. But anyway, we're here regardless. Let's have a good time here. Six Flags Over Georgia. Excited to get back on Goliath, which is B&M Hyper, and I think it's been repainted since the last time I was here. Twisted Cyclone, RMC, and we'll get on some of the other major coasters here as well. So let's see how much we can get in. I think it's the first weekend of Fright Fest as well, so there'll be some scare zones later on tonight. So we'll check those out. So let's head on in. Excited to take you guys along with me for the ride as always. Let's giddy up.
So I don't believe I've ever parked in this parking lot before. The side of Twisted Cyclone, usually it's all the way on the other side. And that coaster used to be orange. Now it is blue. That's Goliath. Kind of wanders throughout the park. Here's the RMC here, Twisted Cyclone. Probably will be riding this first. We'll see. Let's head on in first and then decide. The entrance for Fright Fest. Let's head on in. Six Flags Over Georgia. Alright, and we're in. Greeted by skeletons. In a nice plaza. All decorated for Fright Fest. I think probably Twisted Cyclones first, yes? Twisted Cyclone, are we doing that first?
I have no, I'm probably gonna do customer service, so I don't know.
Customer service is the first ride for him. I'm probably gonna do Twisted Cyclone. So let's head on in. I do like this entrance here for Six Flags Over Georgia. Kind of splits here. Off to the left, you got like Goliath, Daredevil-Dive, your DC Universe. Off to the right, Twisted Cyclone. I think there's a brand new coaster here, Georgiagoldrusher, Intamin's Surf Rider. So I'll have to check that out because that'll be a brand new credit for me. So let's head on in, see what rides we can get in. And it just broke down. So I think we're gonna start with some food and then we'll continue with some rides. Maybe this will reopen, hopefully. Just send the test train, so I'm guessing it'll be a short delay. They're all gonna eat at Firehouse Barbecue. Well, you can't lead me over to a B&M Hyper and expect me not to ride it. So while they're eating, I'm gonna have a couple rides on this newly painted turquoise blue Goliath. It was orange the last time I rode it a few years ago. Either way, it's a solid B&M Hyper. Probably one of the better ones, I'd say. Let's have a ride on Goliath. And we might as well start with a front row ride on Goliath. front row ride on Goliath to start the visit here at Six Flags Over Georgia. Yeah, front row on the best coaster in the park. Yeah, I'd say that's a good start. Yeah, I definitely love it over Twisted Cyclone. It's a very, very good B&M hyper, packed with floater airtime all throughout. It's kind of got somewhat of a unique layout there too with that helix. The helix can be quite intense in the back, and you also get violently thrown into the brake run there if you're sitting in the back rows. Felt it a little bit in the front as well, but yeah, I'm definitely gonna go back around for another ride. Still waiting for them to finish eating, so I'm gonna keep riding until they're done. And I'm sure they're probably gonna come over here for a ride here on Goliath, so I'll probably get a few more in. So let's have another ride on Goliath. I guess they're done. They'll probably be riding next. If they wait for me, I don't know if they'll wait for me. So what do you expect them to do? So row 2 that time, and yes, looks like they finished eating and we're getting ready to ride this. So I don't know if they're waiting for me. If they are, I'm gonna go catch them. If not, maybe I'll have a third ride anyway. I can't help myself. B&M hyper, love it. Goliath, let's have another ride, one more.
Oh, we're going up that.
Throw our hands up the entire time. It's a phony habit.
Alright, another front row ride on Goliath, the best coaster in the park. That's 3 consecutive rides for me. Word to the wise, they are stapling pretty hard on the front row on those restraints. They're slamming them down. But if you want airtime, use my tip that I gave yesterday on Thunder Striker, and that's kind of slide forward in the chair before they push the restraints down. Then the lap bar will come down, and then you lean back, sit back in the chair, and yeah, you have room then. You have a lot of room for airtime, even with the stapling. So yes, please use that tip if you want more airtime. If you want to stay secure, then of course let them staple you if you want. I would not prefer that though. So up next, I think, is probably Daredevil Dive. I don't know, we'll see what the group wants to do. I'm just along for the ride today. We're trying to get Dylan all the credits here at the park. There's 13 of them, I think, so we'll see. Alright, so how about a Gerstlauer Eurofighter next? Daredevil Dive Coaster. Pretty standard Eurofighter. I'd say one of the weaker ones, and I think it's probably the most temperamental coaster here because I see it down a lot. So while it's open, let's have a ride. Daredevil Dive. So what did I just say about this ride? It's the most temperamental here. Yeah, I broke down. Hopefully not too long of a
may I
delay.
have your attention, please? At this time, we are experiencing a temporary delay in operation.
I can see that.
We are unsure how long the wait will be, but we hope to be back in operation soon.
I hope so.
We encourage you to remain in line during...
Alright, we are back in operation. So now let's hopefully have a ride on Daredevil Dive. Hopefully it doesn't break down again. We'll see. Let's try this Gerstlauer Eurofighter.
Welcome back. When the car stops, watch your hands and knees as the restraint comes up. Please exit to your left and down the exit ramp. Welcome to Daredevil Dive. First, store all loose bags, purses, keys, and phones. No items may be in the hands of riders. Please move behind the yellow line. Gates in front of you are closed. Guests must be 48 inches or tall to ride. Once you are seated, please hold your hands in the air as the restraint. This car will be leaving in 30 seconds.
Alright, so that was a middle row ride since I lost rock, paper, scissors to Rolo for the front row. Dylan, of course, gets it since it's his first visit here, first ride. Yeah, I mean, it's an okay Gerstlauer Eurofighter. I think I would still take Mystery Mine over it, even though the restraints are definitely much better on this one than on Mystery Mine. This one's just an over-the-shoulder lab bar. You just, I don't know, you just don't feel the forces that much. The first drop's good, and I love the JoJo roll at the end. Outside of that, it's not great. I think we're going to continue on to DC Universe next. There are some coasters there. Kid Flash. Oh wait, no. That is closed. It's a spaghetti bowl coaster that is SBNO right now, standing but not operating. Never did get a chance to ride that, but I did ride the 2 at Fiesta, Texas last year. There's also Mindbender and Batman in the dead end Gotham City, not DC Universe. So we're gonna head towards Gotham City next. All right, so Rolo thinks Goldrusher was in this area. No, now he's changing his story. He thought it was down in this area. And I'm like, no, I think it's over by the mine train. It's over by the mine train. I'm pretty sure I'm right. I'm pretty sure he's wrong. But we'll see if there's a Surf Rider coaster back here in Gotham City. I don't think there is. So these are 2 credits I'm probably never gonna get. Kid Flash. How long is this open? A couple months?
Like barely a month.
A month? Yes, I did do the 2 in Fiesta, Texas, February of last year. But this will probably never open again. I mean, I enjoyed the one in Texas. I didn't think it was too uncomfortable or too rattly or anything. I actually very much enjoyed it. But they had to shut it down here in Georgia and Texas as well. We're gonna continue on. I do see an Endeavor here. I do kind of want to ride that, but we're gonna stick with the coasters first. There's the blue track. That is Batman, and the green track is Riddler Mindbender. So those are the next 2 coasters. Good old-fashioned scrambler. Right next to the next coaster, Riddler Mindbender, Schwarzkopf Looper. Let's have a ride on this. And it is an ace landmark. Row 3 ride on Riddler Mindbender. That's a solid Schwarzkopf. It's nowhere near as intense as, say, Shockwave at over Texas, because that one has the double loops right in a row, whereas these loops are spread out quite a bit. But it's a solid ride. I never thrashes me around too much. Although I usually put my arms down on this one. Yeah, just because it probably is going to be a little bit too much with arms up. But yeah, it's a solid force off. And up next, we're going to continue on to Batman, B&M Invert. You guys know the drill. I've ridden many of these. That is right there. That's good timing. All right, flash pass entrance for this is through the gift shop and then up through the exit. Just follow the sign. Row 3 on Batman the Ride. Here he comes. Yeah, that thing was hauling for sure. It's a pretty warm day and it's been running 2 trains all day. So yeah, it's running fast. Other than that, standard Batman the Ride layout. You've seen me ride at many parks. I think the last one I did was Vampire, Le Vampire. I had La Ronde. So yeah, as I was saying, actually the lady was asking me for directions there. So yeah, Batman the Ride, solid ride as always. I think up next, we're gonna take a hydration break and continue on with more coasters. We can either go up to the front and do Scorcher and Twisted Cyclone, or we can go to the back and do Blue Hawk and Great American Scream Machine. I'd recommend the front, but we'll see what we're gonna do next. Alright, break time is over, so we're gonna do georgiagoldrusher. Actually walk towards the back of the park. And it was, like I said, back here by the mine train. Kind of on the way to Superman in the back. In the back of the park here is Blue Hawk and Great American Scream Machine. And we'll get new credit first. So I'm riding this Indian surf rider that just opened this year. One more. Georgiagoldrusher. That was excellent, actually. I just did the Avatar Airbender, which is kind of like a smaller version of this at Mall of America. The only real gripe I have was we weren't really spinning a whole lot. In fact, we didn't really spin at all. And then the other major gripe, of course, is the capacity on it, since you can only run one train, which they built in a switch track so they can do more trains, because the line is pretty long. But other than that, overall, it's a very solid ride, and yeah, nice addition to the park. So I think up next might be Twisted Cyclone. I'm not sure. We can go in either direction here and hit up more coasters. So stay tuned for what's next. Yeah, Georgiagoldrusher. It's a good ride. It is 7 o'clock and we got the scare actors out here in the scare zone. Oh, scary. We're heading back to Blue Hawk and the Great American Scream Machine. Got a lot of scare actors in this zone. Was gonna ride Blue Hawk, but it is on very slow one train operations. So it's Great American Scream Machine here, but the line's not nearly as long. So I think we're gonna do this first. 1973, I believe, is when this opened. It is a classic. And it is an Ace landmark as well. See the plaque over here. Here is the Ace landmark for Great American Scream Machine. Let's have a ride. Here's the Flash Pass entrance for Great American Scream Machine, all the way out on the right side. Gotta walk all the way down over the exit for the brake run here to the ride. Let's have a ride, Great American Scream Machine. I remember being fairly rough the last time I was here, but not too bad. So we'll see how it is today. And a correction, it is actually running 2 trains. Love it. Let's have a ride. Yeah, we should do the first thing. If we're here first thing, I don't know. Yes! I think I'll do hands down on this one. Great American Scream Machine. Yeah, I would not recommend putting your arms up for that ride. It was a bit bumpy, but no jackhammering, thank goodness. So I've definitely had much worse wooden coaster rides, especially this year. Not the greatest, not the worst. It is a classic, Great American Scream Machine. Up next, I think we're off to this, B&M Flyer, Superman. Which is pretty much a cloned layout of the one that I did at Great America, except I think this one's kind of built on a hill a little bit, so slightly different. Until next time, Great American Scream Machine. Let's have one more daytime ride. I think it'll be Superman. All right, last ride with daylight. B&M Flying Coaster Superman Ultimate Flight. Like all other B&M Flyers, it does have a pretzel loop. So intense. But let's have a ride. As you can see, here's the hill that it's built on, so it's a slightly different layout than the one at Great America in Chicago. It's very quiet here. I'm getting worried. Row 2 ride on Superman, and it's nighttime now. Yeah, that was a bit of a wait. Actually, I only waited about 3 trains, but it's running 1, so that took a little bit of time, and I imagine the regular line would be a heck of a lot longer of a wait. We got B&M Flying Coaster, Superman. I mean, it's okay. I'm not a fan of the riding position, especially when they're running multiple trains and you're kind of dangling there on the brake run at the end. This being on one train, it just pulls back into the station, so not as bad, but that pretzel loop is very intense. The rest of the ride, very graceful. It's kind of the opposite of Tatsu in that respect at Magic Mountain, where the pretzel loop is at the very end. Yeah, there's still decent rides, but of course, I would prefer the Vekoma new flying coaster, Fly, at Phantasialand. But still, it is an enjoyable ride, I'd say. So up next, I think probably gonna take a break. There's 3 major coasters left that I can think of. Blue Hawk, Georgia Scorcher, and Twisted Cyclone. There's also the Dawanega Mine Train, Joker, which was closed, Funhouse Coaster. Dylan already did the mine train. I'm not sure if I want to do that on this trip. But we'll do 2 major coasters, I think, in the daytime tomorrow, and maybe even a nighttime ride tonight. So stay tuned. Monster Mansion, yes. Dark ride, boat ride. We're gonna come back for this tomorrow. Stay tuned for that, Monster Mansion. All right, so it is about 8:30, 8:45, about an hour and a half. So I wanna have one night ride on Twisted Cyclone, RMC. I'll be doing that again in the daytime tomorrow, at least that's the plan. I do want to check out some of the scare zones before heading on out of here for the night. So let's have a ride on Twisted Cyclone.
He was here last time I was here. Hosted it down.
Row 7 night ride on Twisted Cyclone. It is a solid RMC. I call it a baby steel vengeance. Roller does not agree with that assessment. But I call it that because of the way that it kind of weaves into the structure, and you kind of have those moments where you don't really know what's coming up. You have that on Steel Vengeance too, and of course it has all the standard, well, not all, but most of the standard RMC elements, like this wave turn right here. I think it's a pretty solid ride. I mean, I love all the RMCs anyway. We're definitely going to come back for a daytime ride tomorrow in the next vlog. Up next, just going to kind of walk the scare zones here and just check out the Fright Fest here at Six Flags Over Georgia. Georgia Scorcher being in a stand-up coaster. We'll be doing that tomorrow in the daytime, part 2.
Bro, get away from me!
I'm not sure I want to go in there. Creepy. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed that little quick montage of the scare zones here at Six Flags Over Georgia Fright Fest. I'm going to finish up with one more ride here on Goliath to finish up the night. I'm definitely going to be back tomorrow for more. So let's have a night ride here on Goliath, best coaster in the park, in my opinion. Alright, last ride of the night. Back row on Goliath.
Yeah, buddy!
Back row, Goliath at night. That is a wild ride at night. Whew, I'm still catching my breath from that. Yeah, the airtime is amazing on that. Is this the best coaster named Goliath? You guys tell me. I think it is. At least as far as I can think of, I'm running through my head all the various Goliaths. The one at Great America, yeah, it's better than that. The one at Wallaby Holland, yeah, it's better than that. Of course, Magic Mountain, yes, better than that. And I'm sure there's a few other Goliaths I'm thinking of, or not thinking of anyway. Yeah, that's a fantastic ride. B&M Hyper, and probably gonna have at least a few more rides on this tomorrow. But that'll wrap things up here from Fright Fest, Six Flags Over Georgia. For more madness tomorrow. We've still got Monster Mansion to do, Blue Hawk, Georgia Scorcher, and a few other rides, probably more rides on Goliath and Twisted Cyclone. Still got to do that during the day, so stay tuned for that, as well as Airy Force Run in the next vlog. So thanks so much, guys, for watching, as always. And with that, signing off from day 3 here, Six Flags Over Georgia. Bye, Goliath. We'll see you tomorrow. But yeah, and take care, guys.
Pray the Lord, my soul to peace.
If I die before I wake,
If I die before I wake,
pray the Lord my soul to take.
pray the Lord, my soul to take.